AFP, the Road Pro family of brands, and OOIDA. Go to truckersfund.org today.
Weekday mornings only on WVNN. You're listening to Boomer and the Beard, the pulse of Americana, with your beautiful bearded host, Zach Walker, Alabama's best no-holds-barred, constitutionally conservative, Christ-centered talk radio. If that don't fire you up, then your wood's wet. Now, it's time for your bearded host, Zach Walker.
Good morning. Welcome into Boomer and the Beard. I am Zach Walker, your big, beautiful, bearded host. It is 4 minutes past the top of the hour. It is 5:04. We're so thankful you've chosen to join us here on this Tuesday morning edition. Connor, can you fix that bottom TV, please, sir? We have a good show for you planned this morning. Unfortunately, young Dallas, DJ Dallas, Mommy Dearest, said you can't go take a second job and earn more money. I guess back in the day we used to encourage our kids to work more, but nowadays it's a different game. So apparently he's been grounded from working hard, and so he will not be joining us this morning, or maybe any morning for that matter. I'm not quite sure. So that was an odd way to wake up this morning, but I'm sorry that I told you guys he would be here today. I know many of you reached out with how much you were looking forward to that, as was I. So I, too, am quite disappointed in Mommy Dearest as well. So hopefully he's not lying to me, and that's actually why he's not here. I think he was really excited, too, so I don't know. I don't know what else to say other than Mommy Dearest said no. So I apologize for letting you down. We will be bringing in another guest this week. Ty Oswald will be joining us of the Bearded Warrior Foundation. So we're excited to have him in. He has some interest in maybe becoming a part of the show. A big bearded fella like us. Could be a solid fit. You just never know. So what we've got a bunch to cover. We got news from last night. We've got news from today. We've got a Senate impeachment trial that is essentially irrelevant and doesn't matter to anybody but the Democrats. I guess the end game here is simply trying to keep him from running for office again. I guess is that because that's the only. I think that's the only outcome that has any bearing on anything. So I don't know, or maybe it's just to keep your eyes off of what's actually going on in the world. That could be part of it, too, because, my gosh, President Biden is destroying everything he touches. It is fantastic how bad he is. I didn't think, after Obama, I didn't know how bad, I guess I just thought that was as bad as it could get. Good Lord. You know what Biden said? Hey, he said, hold my Metamucil and watch this. That's what he said. Really, I didn't get anything on that. I thought that was better than Connor. You're not gonna give me anything on that, producer Connor. I thought that was a better joke than a straight no laugh, no look, no laugh. You all right this morning? I feel like you have a bad attitude. You okay, Connor?
I'm good. Haven't been introduced.
Welcome in, producer Connor.
Hello.
Hold my Metamucil and watch this. Still nothing. Okay. So can we talk about your arrival times in the last couple of days? You're starting to make me a little nervous, and I'm just curious. When you say I'm on my way, does that mean I'm on my way from my bed, or I'm on my way in my car?
That usually means I'm on my way to get dressed.
So when you first started texting me at 4:45, it meant
it did used
I'm
to mean
on my way in the car.
I'm in the car, and
Okay.
then when I started when 4:45 would strike and I'm just getting dressed, and I would text you, I'll be there soon, because
yeah.
I'm not actually on the way. You'd always get you kind of.
Oh, I'd ask you about it on the air.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I got kind of tired of that, so I just kind of started saying on the way, and then you didn't no red flag there. And
Well,
then,
because you weren't arriving at 4:58.
Sure, but
4:57, 4:58.
I did for several days when you just weren't looking at the clock.
Oh.
And
I
you
had
didn't
other
say
things
anything.
I guess I was concerned about.
So I got away with it for a little while.
You did. You're caught. Not that it changes much, but just was curious. So, Hayden, how are you, buddy?
I'm good.
What are we going to call him?
I'm good. Why do you got to come up with a name for me?
That's
Why
just
can't
how it
be
works.
Hayden?
You're in the radio business.
We got Connor and Jonah. They don't have a nickname yet.
Producer Connor is That's
Oh,
what he's
okay.
called, is producer Connor. Has been since day one. Do you ever hear me just call him Connor?
I guess not. You're right.
No, never. It's always
No.
producer Connor.
Yeah, you're right. Well, think about it and let me know. 'Cause it's been weeks.
Yeah.
We
now
were talking
look,
about it.
Now it's pushing. No, it's been weeks. I'm thinking like.
But don't force it.
That's what she said.
Maybe we should ask the listeners.
All three of them at 509.
Yeah,
Yeah, let's ask them. 866.
we'll let them decide.
The three of you that are listening, 866-494-9866. Let's pick a name for Hayden. I don't have it. I mean, I'm thinking something along the lines of like Miss South Carolina, or I don't know. It's got to be something, because sometimes you do say some things that are just kind of like, I personally believe.
Yeah, I agree.
I mean, not that
It is-
bad.
but
it's not that bad.
not as
It's
bad
not
as
that
that.
unintelligible, but it is
Yeah,
unintelligent.
I get it. Yes,
Yeah.
I would agree.
Like, man, do you live to eat, or do you eat to live, bro?
All right, that wasn't a bad one.
All right, bro. Do you live to eat?
Did I say bro?
Or
Bro?
do you
Like,
live
bro?
to eat, bro?
Oh my god.
All right, bro. So do
You're
we
exaggerating
do we
that.
eat to live or live to eat, bro? Bruh. You're a bruh kind of guy.
Bruh?
You do.
I
That
said
sounds
bruh.
like
I mean,
that sound
I
like
do-
something he would
I
use in his
do-
regular vocabulary, Connor.
Maybe not on the
every
air.
once in a while.
Maybe not on the air, but that word, I'm exaggerating who he is in life, and so I would say that he's very much a bro kind of guy.
I'm a bruh.
Yeah, I think so.
We got Bro Hayden.
Ooh,
That could be my nickname. Bro Hayden.
bro Hayden. I don't love it.
Bro Migo.
You just told me not to push it.
now I kind of want it. Yeah. Now
What
that
about
we're-
Bro
that-
Montana?
that I said that. You can do
Bro
that.
Montana, because you lived in Montana.
Yeah.
I kind of dig
I like
that.
it.
Anybody like Bro Montana?
I like it too.
Connor's not impressed. Connor's decided he doesn't want to be a part of the show this morning, and is going to sit over there and be silent and stare at his computer screen.
See, I got here so late I didn't have time to make my coffee, so I'm running on fumes.
Yeah, well, you know what would happen if you showed up on time? You'd have your coffee. You'd be an active participant in this wonderful radio experiment we call a show.
Never said that I'm proud to be here late.
I'm not making excuses for it, okay? I'm just telling you how it is.
Yeah.
I'm telling you how it is. I'm a senior. It's hard out here in these senior streets. Bro Montana, I don't hate it. Jonah, what do you think?
Oh, good morning. I like bro.
Really?
Well,
Really?
hey, see, I was like Connor, just waiting on to be
Oh,
introduced
sweet
over here.
Jesus.
Ain't that right, producer?
Then we'll go back to producer Connor. No, I'm kidding. What do you think about Bro Montana?
I like Bro Montana. What was the one that you said right before that? Was it just Bro Hayden?
Bro Hayden, which I think is stupid.
Yeah,
Bro-
that one's dumb.
Yeah. We'll do Bro Montana.
Brother
Well,
here.
I don't
mean-
know. I don't know if we'll do it. I think we'll that's where we're at right now. I think that. I think you probably need to.
If he shows
I think you
up.
probably need to pull up off the reins a little bit there.
If I show up.
There,
Oh,
cowboy.
I thought I was asked what I thought. So
Oh yeah,
my-
no.
here,
Ask what you
here.
thought, not asked to decide.
Let me-
Yeah, I think we'll do that.
Let me. I'm just.
I think we'll do that right there. By God, this is gonna be called Jonah in the Beard for long. Good gracious.
I'm just an early bird trying to get the worm, yo.
Oh man,
I
you
do-
brought your Bible. Why'd you bring your Bible today?
Well, I'm just trying to do better. Just trying to do better. I do like producer Connor. It kind of sounds royal. You know what I'm saying? Producer Connor.
Well, it's pretty straightforward
Sounds important.
because he's the producer and his name's Connor.
Spent hours coming up with that one.
I know.
Let me tell you.
Hey,
You should have been there at the brainstorming session.
Hey.
That's what happened.
hey, today's no coffee, Connor. Oh, no coffee.
Well, hey, if I pay that $49 for the lordship, will you call me Lord Hayden? Will you do that
If you
if I pay for it?
If you pay for my
pay Zach.
lordship,
Well, then I have to call you Lord Zach, and I don't.
no,
wanna
I don't.
that.
You don't have to call me that. But if you pay for mine, I'll call you Lord Hayden on the air. But that'll make everybody else call me Lord Zach everywhere else.
I think
Okay.
somebody would have to pay me.
I'll get us both one.
Okay, that's fine.
I'd have to be paid to call somebody Lord.
We'll work on that.
Well, no, if their actual title is Lord,
Lordship. Yeah.
it's a lordship. I mean, it's like,
Or Duke.
oh, I don't know. Would I rather be? I think I'd rather be the Duke of Zach.
You'd rather have the name of your
Yeah.
dog.
Which one's?
That's a good point. I did name my dog Duke.
Yeah,
What's
boy.
higher, Lord or a Duke?
Well, in my life, it's pretty straightforward. The Lord kind of carries a pretty high place, but I'm not entirely.
And Duke poops in the grass.
I don't know.
Yeah, and Duke trapped outside sleeps in a cage. Yeah, I don't know.
What kind of dog is Duke?
Duke is a black lab.
Oh, okay.
He is a black lab. Whoa!
Those are solid
So
dogs.
is a sir higher than a lord? I think it is.
I'm looking for a radio prep site, by the way, online right now,
I'd rather be a sir.
and I just clicked on one that said Beitman Prep Service, thinking it was like a radio prep service. It was an escort service out of Hong Kong. Sorry about that, Mom. Let's go to a break, Hayden. When we come back, we'll jump into some of these headlines and just see if we can make our way through them and just see where it lands. We are so thankful you choose to join us each and every day. Boomer and the Beard will be right back.
Boomer and the Beard.
So, what do you want to eat?
I want something fastastic.
Fastastic.
Yes, fast yet fantastic.
Sounds spiff-delicious.
Well, then let's go.
Eat more chicken with Chick-fil-A in Decatur. They have the tastes that you can't get anywhere else, from fantastic snacks and sides to the often intimidated but never duplicated original Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich. Delicious and juicy, boneless breast of chicken sandwich with its signature pickle slices. Now that's how a chicken sandwich should be. Always freshly prepared and backed up by award-winning My Pleasure customer service. Chick-fil-A believes in providing guests with great tasting food in a comfortable environment, making it the best restaurant experience you will get. Download the Chick-fil-A app today. Bypass the line and enjoy your Chick-fil-A even faster. 2 great Chick-fil-A locations in Decatur, ready to serve you. Stop by today on Highway 31 South and on the Beltline in Decatur.
You don't need a diet. That's work. You don't need a stylist. They're overrated. And you don't need to hang out with older or fatter people just to seem better in comparison either. All you need are these masters of video production. They'll make you look good.
Make your videos look good with Cotton Row Productions, the official live stream provider of Hometown Heartbeat and The Dale Jackson Show. We can handle events, church live streams, and your digital advertising. Call Cotton Row Productions today, 256-289-7355. That's 289-7355.
Dan, where you been?
Well, it's hard to golf with bulky oxygen tanks. So I went to AeroCare and got a lightweight portable oxygen concentrator that I wear like a backpack.
Wow. Does insurance cover it?
They sure do. AeroCare called my insurance and I had my machine the next day. I'm as free as a bird, or birdie.
AeroCare specializes in all respiratory equipment. If you have sleep apnea or are in need of oxygen, let AeroCare set you up. Call 256-469-3900. Let us help you breathe a little easier.
For up-to-the-minute news, log on to WVNN.com. Depend on it.
Welcome back to Boomer and the Beard. I am Zach Walker, your big, beautiful, bearded host. So thankful that you choose to join us here each and every day on your favorite, the best, the smartest show in morning radio. We are going to let you know that Chick-fil-A in Decatur is hiring. I wanted to make this announcement a couple times. But Chick-fil-A is hiring at 2 locations, one on 31 South and the other on the Beltline. Jonah, you looking for a job?
No, but if I had a son or a daughter that was looking for a job, I would definitely highly recommend
You dang
Chick-fil-A.
Skippy. That's where I worked in high school. Would you believe it?
I think you build working skills and morals working there.
Well, and you're scarred for life, but that's not that big of a deal. The whole my pleasure thing, I did not know how to say you're welcome for years after I left high school. My girlfriend would be like, thank you, but like, my pleasure. No! Sorry. Sorry. So anyways, Connor, have you ever said that to your girlfriend? Boom.
What was the joke? What was the play on words?
No, there wasn't a play on words.
Okay.
We never used the word girlfriend, so that was the play on words.
We can't talk to Connor till Connor
To Tonner?
Yep. To Connor.
Have you changed his name?
Till he has some
English
more
is
coffee.
hard, son. Good Lord.
It
You're
is
getting your
early.
tail whooped this morning. Don't let English whoop you.
I know it. Well, I don't speak English. I speak Southern drawl, ma'am.
Ain't no doubt about that. You're speaking.
I was born in Coleman, y'all. Oh, good. What is it?
What just
You
happened?
okay, Con?
My headphones slid down the back of my
I was
head, like really suddenly.
I thought he had a seizure.
I thought you'd been shot in the face. I didn't know what had happened.
Kind of jumped.
You did no, you didn't kind of jump. You jumped like a son of a gun. You okay, buddy?
Yeah, I'm good. I just wasn't expecting that.
Man, I'm really
my mind's somewhere else, and it kind of.
I'm really struggling here this morning. I've not shared out our Facebook links. I'm not.
Connor, we got some community cinnamon roll over here if you want any of that.
I'm good.
Yeah, it's not on my diet by any stretch.
I would have loved it.
Well, you should have gotten one. You were at the gas station. They were sitting right there. They were only $1.99.
And it smells so good. Wow. So what time did you get here this morning, Hayden?
Oh, Hayden was plenty early, man.
Oh, man, that's what's up.
Too early. Yeah, I was hanging out for a while here.
There's no such thing as too early, Hayden. Please don't get that in your head.
What? So 4 isn't too early?
No, absolutely not. Because you know what it means? It means you'll be on time. That's what it means.
And prepared.
Very true. Okay.
That is what it means. No question about that. So I'm looking through these different sites for radio prep. Okay, and it's really interesting out here in these streets. You know what?
I'm surprised by what's on CNN right now. You know, we're already.
Oh wow! Okay,
we already
take a hard left.
I'm just saying
Go ahead. Just grab the steering wheel out of my hands and just pull her left.
Georgia's Secretary of State launches probe into Trump's call to overturn elections. So now we got like a state, and now we have the Senate impeachment going on. So my man can't even go home to Florida and take a break.
Connor, can you find the video of the truck that went off the overpass? Because we have got to show this to the world. We were watching this morning before you got in, and it is like everyone's worst nightmare. I think that's what it is to me.
Oh yeah, for sure.
It is. How many times have you been thinking about like what would happen if I went over the edge? You got it here. Hold on a second. Let me make sure we're all set up here. We're there. Good. All right, go ahead, buddy. So here we have if you see to the left there, like on the one on the left, you're going to see the guy. Here he comes and over, and oh my gosh.
And
did you see that?
Landed on his wheels.
Did you see that? Play it again. Run it back. So he's going up one of those huge on-ramps. Like he just ramps it and boom. That is my worst nightmare. I think I would rather be thrown in a pit of rattlesnakes.
That reminds me of, I don't know, maybe a decade ago when a bus in Huntsville did something very similar to that.
Would you rather?
I remember that.
Yeah, that was terrible.
Would you rather?
Yeah, that was awful.
Take a ride over the edge of and that's a 40-foot overpass.
At least, yeah.
Would you rather take a ride over the edge of a 40-foot overpass or be dropped in a pit of rattlesnakes? Now, when I say in a pit of rattlesnakes, you're not on top of them, right? So like there's room. You're standing on the ground. You've got some land to work with, okay? You're not like it's not like Indiana Jones.
How deep is the pit of rattlesnakes?
No,
Just
not
like 6 foot, 7 foot?
When I say, I mean, it could be a fence of rattlesnakes. You just got to get out of the fence.
I'd probably take that. I don't like heights.
So I mean, Connor, where are you at on this? I mean, if there's an 8-foot circle, a fenced-in circle with, let's just say, 25 rattlesnakes in it. Okay, so when I say pit of rattlesnakes, it's not like you're falling in, like in on top of them. Like you're on ground, and all you have to do is make it past 25 snakes in an 8x8 square box to get out of there. Okay, or you take a ride off the thing there.
Ooh. Are the rattlesnakes angry?
Are they hungry?
Well, they're not right now because they have no reason to be.
Are they going to get angry when they see me?
Well, not typically. I mean, have you ever seen a rattlesnake roundup?
No.
So they have these events in Texas every year where, like, literally they have these big pits of rattlesnakes and people get in there with them all the time and they handle them and move them around and all this. Rattlesnakes are not very aggressive snakes. They're just, when they get angry, they're a handle. But no, I would say they're not angry, and they're not going to be inherently angry when you get in there. Now, if you start to moving quick or acting crazy, they might. Who knows what they might do? They're snakes, but it's either that or you take a 40-foot plunge off an overpass.
That's still tough. I'd probably take the rattlesnakes if I had some time to read up on rattlesnake behavior and could adapt my my actions.
What if it had to happen right now? You don't have time to read up. You're going in right now. Right now, you're going off a 40-foot overpass or you're going in with the rattlesnakes. Right now. What are you doing?
I'll take the overpass.
Really?
Oh, my goodness.
You're dead.
I would
You're
die.
dead.
I would die for
You're
I hit
dead.
the
Connor
floor.
just died.
But it's a quick death. Rattlesnakes, that's slow, painful.
You don't even die all the time with a rattlesnake.
It's still painful.
And at
Well,
least
it's not going to feel good, but at least you're going to be alive.
And you could die fighting.
My dad just killed a rattlesnake like a couple of weeks ago.
That's a man right there.
Like a huge.
Cool
one,
story,
bigger
bro.
than
Tell
a
it again.
lake.
Where'd he kill a rattlesnake?
Hayden ain't gonna talk for the rest of the show now.
Hayden, where did he kill a rattlesnake at?
He's done.
Texas, South Texas.
Oh, I
That's
thought it
what
was
I'm
going to be a
talking about.
relevant story to like being around here somewhere. We do have timber rattlers in
no.
Alabama. We have a boatload of timber rattlers in Alabama.
If I went off a bridge like that, I think I'd be dead before I hit the ground. I
Heart
mean,
attack.
I would.
I couldn't
oh,
see
yeah.
the video, so I don't know.
What do you mean you couldn't
I
see
don't
the
know
video?
what- I didn't see the video of the truck going over.
Does he not get to see the screen?
He only sees the cameras.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's frustrating.
So I was kind of.
Well, just imagine an overpass, and he hits the concrete barrier and goes straight over, flips over, lands on the wheels.
Yeah. That dude's hat says, "In
Got it.
diversity we
Yeah.
trust." By the way, what does that mean? Sorry, Hayden. I went full ADD.
That's cool.
I'm sitting here watching Fox News, and this guy has a hat that says "In diversity we trust." Connor, what? Can you help me understand what that actually means?
Okay, which word are you having trouble with?
No, the content in its entirety. In its entirety, like what? How do you trust you trust in diversity? Like, can you trust in diversity?
I don't think it's really saying that. I just think it's a turn of phrase in support of diversity.
Then wouldn't it say "I support diversity"?
Yeah, but that doesn't sound as cool.
Well, I'd guarantee you, "In diversity we trust" doesn't sound cool. You sound like an idiot.
It's just
In Trump we trust.
But does
guarantee there are people that have said that.
Without question, and I would call them dumb too.
Yeah.
does the word diversity relate to unity? I mean,
No, diverse and unified are
that's what I'm
in
saying.
fact polar opposites.
I
of
know
one
that's what I'm
another.
saying. It's like
Can you be both diverse and unified? The answer is yes. No, there's no That's a fact. You can. Diverse meaning you can be black, white, yellow, green, blue. That's diverse. Connor, what is the actual definition of diverse? Can you look that up for us?
well, I'm sure it doesn't have to just say race or color.
Dictionary definition showing a great deal of variety.
There.
Very different.
So it is.
So you're all different, but you're unified.
That's correct. Which is more than
You're unified in being different.
No, you're just unified in common something while being very different.
Well, if you're diverse, you're different.
You are about to get muted.
On fire.
I don't know about that. But I find a hard time with. I have a hard time with the hat. In diversity, we trust. Like, what was that? I didn't see who that guy was. Anybody know who that guy? No,
I think his name was Brian Ingram. It said. Let me see if I can Google him. Find out a little more.
I'd like to know. I'd like to know what this.
Is it this guy? Nope.
What this guy is here? So.
He might be a former linebacker for the Patriots in the early 80s.
I'm sorry?
Or that might be a different Brian Ingram. I'm not sure. Nope. Don't think it's a professional photographer. All right. This guy isn't famous enough to have a Wikipedia page, so I'm at a loss.
Well, something to ponder all day. In diversity, we trust.
In diversity, we trust. Got it. You're listening to Boomer and the Beard. We'll be right back.
Boomer and the Beard. This is News Talk 770 AM, 92.5 FM, WVNN. News starts now.
The U.S. Senate begins its role today as jury in another impeachment trial of former President Donald Trump. ABC's Andrew Dimbert with more on how the day will begin.
The rules are set for the historic and second impeachment trial of former President Donald Trump, each side getting 16 hours over 2 days to make their case. If impeachment managers decide they want witnesses, there will be a vote.
President Trump's lawyers have agreed to a bipartisan resolution to govern the structure and timing of the impending trial.
Senators now becoming jurors as Trump faces one article of impeachment accused of being singularly responsible for the January 6th deadly attack on the Capitol.
The vote on whether the trial is constitutional or not is expected to pass. Then House impeachment managers will begin making their case, followed by President Trump's side. Trump himself is not expected to take the stand in his own defense. If all goes as planned, this trial will be shorter than the last one. With continuing coverage, the impeachment trial. Sherry Preston, ABC News.
Got you covered. Screen printing and embroidery in Athens. Our team is here to help you with custom printed t-shirts that you want. And we know that means quality. At Got You Covered Screen Printing and Embroidery, we focus on the highest quality and the fastest turnaround time possible. Got You Covered Screen Printing and Embroidery on West Sandifer Road in Athens. Call to make an appointment with our graphic designer. She's awesome. 256-444-4500. That's 444-4500. And online at GotYouCoveredAthens.com.
There's nothing like the peace and serenity that you get while fishing. Invest in the rod you deserve. Old 18 is a veteran-owned company operated by a U.S. Navy SEAL and Top Gun fighter pilot, breaking the mold of the fishing industry. At Old 18, we offer high-quality products with a 25-year master rod builder behind every rod. We offer a no-nonsense, hassle-free warranty we stand in front of so you don't get left behind. Shop old18.com and type in the code BEARD for a 20% discount.
WVNN.
Join the ride. Boomer and the Beard. We're from every walk of life. Boomer and the Beard. Big, beautiful, bearded hosts. Boomer and the Beard. And even our old fart co-host. Boomer and the Beard. Boomer and the Beard.
Welcome back to Boomer and the Beard. We are so thankful you choose to join us here each and every day on your favorite, best, the smartest show in morning radio. Connor, did you have a hot date this weekend, buddy?
Grasping at straws here, huh? No.
No, I'm not. No, I just wanted to check in before I forgot because I should have asked you yesterday, but I forgot. So I just want to make sure I didn't forget again. That's all.
Gotcha.
Grasping at straws. That is literally. I think it would surprise you how many people love that segment.
Oh, it wouldn't surprise me at all. But I'm not one of them.
No, I realize that, and that's why I try to. I could make it a lot worse than it is. Why do all our TVs just keep going off? I don't understand what's happening right now.
I think I tripped on that plug earlier.
Oh, that'll do it every single time. Let's circle back to a story we talked about last week. Remember our favorite gun show activist, David Hogg, Mr. Liberal Pillow? Everybody remember that guy, the Weasel?
That's the guy.
The Weasel.
Oh yeah. The new My
Speaking
Pillow
of
guy.
circling back, there's a circle back right there.
I'm sorry?
That's all she
The
says.
press
is-
secretary.
Yeah, the press secretary. All she says is, "I'll circle back. I'll circle back."
Oh, that's like a real thing?
Oh,
Have you not seen those videos?
Dude, she for
No,
real-
I thought you made a terrible joke.
No, that's all she does.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, in like the first week, somebody made a compilation of her saying, "I'll circle back to that. I'll get back to that." It's like it's like a 2-minute.
She's terrible. She has no answers.
So the timing was poor, but the joke was solid. Okay. All right. I can work with that.
It was pertinent.
I don't think you know what that word means.
Oh, yeah.
Gun control activist David Hogg announces new board member for his pillow company. Okay.
Mike Lindell, in a shocking turn of events.
Everybody should buy one and keep your gun underneath it.
Gun control activist David Hogg announced a new member of the board for his pillow company meant to compete with Mike Lindell's My Pillow empire, but his critics responded with mockery and laughter. Hogg, 20, announced Thursday that he would start a pillow company in order to give those on the left an alternative to the offering that Mike Lindell, who is a fervent supporter of President Trump, on Monday he announced the first hire for his pillow company, LBGTQ LMNOP activist Brandon Wolf. Why does that make everyone howl in laughter? Because that's the rest of this article. It says, gun control activist David Hogg announces new board member for his pillow company, and Twitter howls with laughter. Why is it funny that he hired a gay activist?
I don't know.
I don't either. I'm confused now. I thought this was going to be a good story. He says, I'm thrilled to announce the addition of Brandon Wolf, BJ Wolf. Ooh, BJ Wolf. That's unfortunate name. To the pillow company's activist. I'm sorry. What? Activist Advisory Board. So their board is going to be literally called the Activist Advisory Board.
Selling pillows.
Does that sound conducive to good business? I don't think so.
Yeah, I'm still confused about why would Twitter howl with laughter when
I am too. I'm sure we're going to get there.
All accepting of everything.
Wolf is also a survivor of the Pulse nightclub shooting. Okay, so that makes sense, right? He was a survivor of Parkland.
Pulse. That's the nightclub.
Yes.
Parkland was the school shooting.
Correct. David Hogg is a
I thought
survivor
you were talking about
of.
this guy. I'm
No.
sorry.
Hogg is a survivor of a shooting, as is
You're right,
BJ
yeah.
Wolf.
I forgot about that. You're right.
And so, let's see. Critics of Hogg and his gun control activism took to Twitter to mock him for hiring another activist for a business meant to produce a profit. This is my point, right? I honestly believe if I gave my 10-year-old a little seed money, he would be far more competent at making and selling pillows or anything else than Hogg and his band of merry men, said Pradeep Shankar, NRO contributor. What's NRO?
I'm not sure.
Okay. Will your pillow business involve at any point the sale and manufacture of actual pillows? Said conservative contributor Matt Walsh. Let's see. Catherine Borsinko said, it's like they really believe they can run a business based entirely on virtue signaling. I may not be an industry expert with empirical working knowledge in sleeping products, but I am beginning to wonder about the intense lack of interest in Hogg hiring anyone who knows a beep thing about pillows, said another user. This was already a Portlandia episode. So I guess the whole point of the laughter, the howling with laughter, is merely the fact that what I called out, or what I saw was, we're literally setting out to hire the Activist Advisory Board. This is nothing to do, like, at no point during this exercise have they demonstrated any desire to want to actually make a pillow. Like, it's not about that, which, hey, for those of you in the back, is that any surprise? Does that surprise anyone? That a Democrat would virtue signal their way through and would act as if they wanted to do something, would even promise to do something that would make it. Honestly, if you know what Mike Lindell is saying right now? He's saying, let him make a pillow. That's the free market. That's capitalism at its best. Mike Lindell would be an absolute proponent of them being able to make a pillow because the market is going to choose the best pillow and may the best man win. But what they've done and continue to do has nothing to do with making a pillow. It's got nothing to do with capitalism. It's all about activism. And the problem with activism is it's not intended for business. Activism is intended for activism. And unfortunately, and I've never understood this for the life of me. I've always wanted to get involved in it because I think it would be a world where I would be very, very successful. But these worlds of these tech startups where they're raising millions and millions and millions and millions of dollars for pre-revenue companies that never turn out. I mean, just look at, for the love of God, for all things holy, look at Adam Newman and WeWork. Case in point numero uno. You talk about the biggest crash and burn of this century, probably, business-wise. I mean, it was a prolific and just amazing explosion. And I don't know, man. Let me make a prediction here, and we'll see. I mean, I have made lots of predictions that have come true. I've missed a few, but I've done pretty well. Connor, if you had to give me a batting average on my predictions, would you say I'm in like the 700s?
That's fair. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm batting. I'm in the 3 out of 4 range. I would say somewhere in there. 2.5 to 3.5 out of 4 would be a good range. If I just had to pull a number out of my tush, here's what's going to happen. They're going to raise a bunch of money. They're going to have some cool building. Maybe if they get that far, they'll have a cool headquarters or whatever. They'll have probably a cool brand and some Twitter and some social media influencers to talk about their product, and they'll never make a dime before it just disappears. So there it is. You heard it here first. I will bet you money that's what's going to happen because you can't run a freaking business like this. You can't hire a bunch of activists and expect a business to just take shape. What does David Hogg know about running any kind of business?
I heard them pillows are going to be vegan and gluten-free, so they might just fly off the shelves. You never know. I mean,
you're an idiot. You're an idiot. Oh man, you're something, buddy. You are something. I don't know. Yeah, I don't see where they're going with this personally, but I don't. What do I know? What do I know? I'm just a doctor. Oh, I forgot my password. Look at that. So that is that story there. If we, I don't know, man. I don't see it working out well. I really don't.
It's a PR stunt. That's all it is. Like you said, trying to get donations, get a little money.
Oh, not donations. They're going to raise money.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, they're going to raise seed money. They're going to have a Series A round. I mean, they're going to do it the right way.
And then all of it's going to be funneled to the DNC.
No, it won't either. They're not. I don't think that's their plan at all. I think their plan is in their mind. Dude, you've got an activist and a software engineer, software guy. What is his partner? He's something to do with software. He's Silicon Valley guy. David Hogg has a partner in that business.
David Hogg gonna run for a political office one day.
I hope the Weasel does. I hope he runs to take the place of Punxsutawney Phil. The Weasel saw his shadow today. 6 more weeks of summer.
That's so low ears.
He said, tonight I will be testing a $140 pillow. Don't worry, our pillows will not be nearly that expensive. Let's see, I'm trying to find. Did you find out whether or not he had a partner, Connor? David Hogg, partner.
I'm coming up dry.
Business. David Hogg and, man, oh man, where is it? Yeah, he is too. I know it. William Legate, who is a software guy. William Legate. I'm pretty sure he's a Silicon Valley guy. So money is not going to be funneled to the DNC. They're going to run it like Silicon Valley startup. They're going to raise they're going to raise a Series A. They're going to go to the venture capital market. They're going to bring in this. They're going to make money with that. And then what they're going to do is they're going to try to. Anyways, it's just going to be a big disaster. It's going to be a big disaster. I don't like it. I don't like it one bit. There's one headline I love, though. This pillow fight just got real. See, now that's solid headline. That's a solid headline. That's a headline I can get behind right there. What did you find out about William Legate?
Not much. Not quite sure what he's known for. Some company called PredIQT. I don't know.
Predicate?
Everyone's crypto platform. Is that what it is?
Yeah, so so he's a software guy.
Okay.
So he created a crypto. Yeah, he's a software developer. Connor, look at this. I literally typed in William Legate, and then the first thing it says software developer.
Well, yeah, I'm just trying to figure out what kind of software what he's known for.
I think he created a crypto app.
Okay.
To trade, to buy and sell, or predict or whatever. But some kind of again, it's in one of those little It's in La La Land out there. It's it's not. I don't know, man. This is anybody. Does anybody want to take a position against me here and say that they actually succeed? Anyone? Anybody want to take a position? Bueller. Okay. Well, we're all betting against them here, unfortunately. If you think they're going to succeed, 866-494-9866. Watch Who Mad's on the phone when we come back. You're listening to Boomer and the Beard. Don't touch that dial.
Boomer and the Beard.
This is Mike 4 years ago. This is Mike having the same conversation with Debbie just last month. And today, he's at it again.
What's that, Mike?
I said our house is still underwater.
How do you know? Have you had it appraised lately?
Well, no.
Has the coronavirus made your life less financially stable? Are you worried about your next mortgage payment? Reed's Family REI is a family-based real estate investing company ready to buy your house for cash in any area or condition and close in 2 weeks. You don't have to fix it up. There's no agent fees, and we handle the closing costs. Selling a home can be very stressful, and Wyatt Reed and his team at Reed's Family REI will put together the best possible offer for your specific needs. Sell your home fast with Reed's Family REI. 931-292-2875. That's 931-292-2875. And online at reedsfamilyrei.org. Reed's Family REI. Creative real estate experts for all your buying or selling needs.
So, what do you want to eat?
I want something fast-tastic.
Fast-tastic?
Yes, fast, yet fantastic.
Sounds spiff-delicious.
Well, then let's go.
Eat more chicken with Chick-fil-A in Decatur, the taste that you can't get anywhere else. Download the Chick-fil-A app today, bypass the line, and enjoy your Chick-fil-A even faster. 2 great Chick-fil-A locations in Decatur, ready to serve you. Stop by today on Highway 31 South and on the Beltline in Decatur.
In any home, cabinets are an instrumental part of your design. So, when you open your current cabinets, what instrument do they play? Wouldn't you rather they sounded like this? They can. It just takes one call to us.
Cabinet Express Online, North Alabama's premier cabinet supplier. Whether you want a complete custom kitchen or some of our RTA line, at Cabinet Express Online, you will get the most value out of your hard-earned money every time. Are you looking for framed or frameless? Either way, in no time at all, your dream kitchen can be a reality. And the only place you should trust to bring that dream to life is Cabinet Express Online. Schedule your free design consultation today with Cabinet Express Online. Call 256-289-7355. That's 289-7355. And online at CabinetExpressOnline.com. Design your custom kitchen today with Cabinet Express Online.
Where is your haircut gone? We know you don't get out as much. You don't drive by your regular sport clips and pop in for that MVP haircut experience that is so much more than a haircut. But isn't it worth getting out for? For that legendary hot steam towel for your face, massaging shampoo that makes you melt into your seat. Oh man, you remember that, right? We found your haircut. It's right where you left it. Sport clips. It's good to be a guy.
News Talk 770 AM, 92.5 FM, WVNN.
Welcome back to Boomer and the Beard. It is 12 minutes to the top of the hour. I am Zach Walker, your big, beautiful bearded host. You're listening to News Talk 770 AM, 92.5 FM, WVNN. We're so thankful you choose to join us here each and every morning. Be sure to go to boomerandbeard.com. That's boomerandbeard. Spell out the word and make sure you are subscribing to our podcast. We've seen significant growth in our podcast over the last few months, and that's thanks to you guys. Please continue to do that. Be sure to check out Chick-fil-A in Decatur. Chick-fil-A in Decatur is hiring for both locations. That's there on the Beltline and on Highway 31 South. If you are interested in a job, please contact Chick-fil-A of Decatur and tell them that the Beard sent you. I'll get you guys a link and a way to get in touch with them. But just know that they are hiring, and you can go by and see them and tell them that the Beard told you that they were hiring. You can go by, like I said, see them and talk with Mackenzie is who you need to talk to there at Chick-fil-A in Decatur. So if you're looking for a job, be sure to stop by one of the two locations there in Decatur of Chick-fil-A. Talk to Mackenzie, get an application, put in for a job, and let's see what happens. So this is the show that warns you how dumb gender reveals really were. And another story here. Talk about things you never thought you'd hear yourself say. Gender reveal party claims another life.
Whoa.
Another life?
Another.
That is correct.
That is insane.
Good grief. What happened this time?
What?
The TV again. I don't know what's going on. In Michigan, of all places, probably Whitmer's fault, if I had to guess, but a cannon explodes during a gender reveal party. Celebration of a new life ended in one fatality when a cannon exploded during a baby shower and sent metal shrapnel flying into the friend of the couple who had been invited to the party. Who would have thought it? You went to Michigan and ended up in Fallujah.
Wonder how old that cannon was.
Police said, I mean, look, if you're on 7 Mile, that's one thing. But when you're in Gaines Township, Michigan, at a baby shower / gender reveal, and you take shrapnel to the dome and it claims your life, it just wasn't your day. Or it was your day, depending on how you look at it. Can I just say something to all you gender reveal people? A simple boy or girl would suffice. You know how much money these people spend on these gender reveals, dude? Hayden, you wouldn't know. You don't have a child. I have a child. We did not do a gender reveal. You know what I did? I put a picture up of my son, the sonogram picture that showed what he was.
Here's a ding dong. It's a boy.
Thank you for that. There it is.
Just on Facebook, that's what you did?
Yeah. Yep, that's right.
Yeah.
You know what? Because I married a woman that gets it. She gets it. Connor, way down the road. When Connor is a married man with a beautiful young wife and getting ready for a family, will there be a gender reveal party?
I do not think so.
If there is, can I pop out of a cake and be the announcement? That'd be kind of cool, and nobody would die.
Nobody eat the cake either.
That's true. I would probably eat the cake.
Are you going to wear the outfit from the guy at the Super Bowl when he was streaking through?
Oh, we've got to talk about that story. By the way, what a genius. Have you seen that story?
He had some moves.
Oh, my God.
He had some moves.
You've not seen it either. Oh, wow. We'll save that story for a little bit later. But do not, for any reason, let me forget that story. Because that, you know what? Well, let me finish the gender reveal thing because I really want to go there. You gender reveal people. Now we've started wildfires. Let's see, Connor, look up the list of gender reveal tragedies or disasters. Okay, and let's just see if we can find a comprehensive list. I mean, at this point, we've got metal shrapnel flying through the air, hitting the victim and 3 parked cars and the garage. Victim was taken to the hospital in Flint. Well, that's problem number 1, where he later died. The homeowner indicated the cannon was more of a novelty item, and they had fired it previously with no problems. The cannon is designed to create a big flash, a loud noise, and create smoke. Also sounds like a grenade. The cannon did not contain any projectiles, but it is suspected that the gunpowder loaded into the device caused the cannon to fracture, resulting in shrapnel being spread in the area. Yesterday evening, Evan Silva was in a fatal accident. He left behind a loving family, countless friends and memories, in all of our hearts, he wrote. Further details are to come. Well, let me break it down for you. Hey, there you go. Oh, no. What does that one say? That one says how many people have to die before we're done with gender reveal. So how many people does that say? Does it have a comprehensive number of deaths?
It's saying at least one.
That's
so we can count for 2. We can count for a bunch of wildfires.
Yeah.
I mean, for the love of God, it's a boy or a girl. Like,
ban gender reveals.
Or I've got an idea. Stop using pyrotechnics to. I mean, have you seen the ones where like they'll throw a ball up in the air and the dude will hit it with a bat and it's blue or pink, like for a baseball player, or a golf ball that's blue or pink. I mean, something like that. I mean, I still think you're stupid, but at least it's not pyrotechnic going to shrapnel somebody in the face and take them down Afghanistan style. Like, I mean, you think about it. You went to a gender reveal, got hit by an IED.
Most of them I see is usually burnouts.
You must have very different friends than I have.
Oh, that's Southern right there. It's usually a pickup truck.
I don't know if Southern is the word I would use. Connor, have you ever seen a burnout gender reveal?
Burnout?
Yeah, so like they just smoke the back tires and the smoke is either blue or pink.
Oh my God. No, I have not seen that.
No, neither have I. Apparently it's a different, that must be that MC world over there.
No, that's Alabama.
It's not Alabama. It's not Alabama.
I seen a buddy.
That's a whole different subset of people there.
Lower Alabama.
Something like that.
Seen one yesterday.
We just live in very different worlds with very different friends.
Down in Montgomery.
In other news, Jen Psaki. You got that video queued up? Mm-hmm. So we've got Psaki, Mr. Circleback, Miss Circleback.
I ain't no Circleback
girl. She is getting asked here. There's apparently a bit of a jab off back and forth. Go ahead and play the.
Or commenting on this through the course of the week. Go ahead.
Thank you, Jen. I do have a question on COVID, but first on energy. When is it that the Biden administration is going to let the thousands of fossil fuel industry workers, whether it's pipeline workers or construction workers, who are either out of work or will soon be out of work because of a Biden EO, when it is and where it is that they can go for their green job? And that is something the administration has promised. There is now a gap. So I'm just curious when that happens, when those people can count on that.
Well, I'd certainly welcome you to present your data of all the thousands and thousands of people.
How about 52,000?
Green job. Maybe next time you're here, you can present that.
But you said that they would be getting.
Wow, I've never heard her talk. She's an idiot.
Richard Trumka, who is a friend, longtime friend,
Trumka
says about that day one Keystone EO. He says, "I wish."
Look at her face. She is so condescending.
More carefully with the thing that he did second by saying, "Here's where we are creating the jobs." So there's partial evidence from Richard Trumka.
Trumka?
Well, you didn't include all of his interview. Would you like to include the rest?
So how about this? The Laborers International Union of North America said the Keystone decision will cost 1,000 existing union jobs and 10,000 projected construction jobs.
Well, what Mr. Trumka also indicated in the same interview was that President Biden has proposed a climate plan with transformative investments in infrastructure and laid out a plan that will not only create millions of good union jobs, but also help tackle the climate crisis. And as the president has indicated when he gave his primetime address to talk about the American Rescue Plan, he talked about his plans to also put forward a jobs plan in the weeks or months following. And he has every plan to do exactly that.
But there are people living paycheck to paycheck. There are now people out of jobs once the Keystone Pipeline stopped construction. It's been 12 days since Gina McCarthy and John Kerry were here, and it's been 19 days since that EO. So what are these people who need money now? When do they get their green job?
Well, the president and many Democrats and Republicans in Congress believe that investment in infrastructure, building infrastructure that's international interests and that boosts the U.S. economy, creates good-paying union jobs here in America and advances our climate and clean energy goals are something that we can certainly work on doing together. And he has every plan to share more about his details of that plan.
Okay, that's enough of that. Can someone translate that for me?
At least she tried this time. I mean, she usually would have just been like, "I'll circle back with you on that."
Wasn't it Joe Biden that ran on the premise of no more malarkey?
It was on the side of his bus.
Wasn't it on the side of his bus?
Yep.
Oh, Ducey Jr., who was doing the questioning right there, he did a good job. I like him.
What? That was the biggest load of horse manure I've ever. I'd like for you to present your data of the people that lost their. There were 52,000 jobs lost with a single executive order.
It made Canada
has that? Let me hold on a second. Has that ever even been debated? Has that ever even been debated, to anyone's knowledge, that that's not factual? This is absolute garbage. When we come back, Ray Ellen joins us for our tech update. You listen to Boomer and the Beard. We'll be right back.
WVNN Athens, WVNN FM Trinity, a Cumulus station. It's 6 o'clock. News starts now.
From ABC News, I'm Sherry Preston. Donald Trump's second impeachment trial begins in a few hours. Debate beginning on whether the proceeding is even constitutional because the former president is no longer in office. Then the real work will start. ABC's Trish Turner's on Capitol Hill.
Oral arguments will begin on Wednesday. That's 16 hours each side. It's 16 hours over 2 days. Senators don't want to listen to more than 8 hours a day from each of these guys. So it's 8 hours on Wednesday, 8 hours on Thursday, entirely from the House managers. They are putting on their case to the jurors, to the senators.
In Chicago, there is a tentative deal with the teachers union for a phased return to in-person learning. Jesse Sharkey is president of the Chicago Teachers Union.
Our members have to read it, discuss, and ultimately take a decision about what's going to happen next.
Cases of COVID are down, but doctors say the coronavirus variants are showing up across the country. A hacker gained access to the Pinellas County water treatment plant in Tampa, Florida, tried to taint the water supply with a caustic chemical. A supervisor saw what was going on, was able to intervene and stop it. This is infrastructure security expert Jonathan Monken.
The most sophisticated cybersecurity software in the world is not capable of preventing an attack if there's an unwitting accomplice in the form of an employee who has authorized access to the system, just not taking the proactive steps necessary.
Motown singer Mary Wilson has died.
She was a legend, beloved just like her supreme singing mate Diana Ross. Mary Wilson's sudden death coming just days after the Motown group marked its 60th anniversary, known for hits like Where Did Our Love Go? And Motown founder Berry Gordy called Wilson a major member of the Motown family, a trailblazer, a diva, and will be deeply missed. Derek Dennis, ABC News.
This is ABC News.
Have you heard? A secret hoard of 1888 Morgan silver dollars has been found. These gorgeous 1888 O Morgans are as bright and shiny as the day they were struck. And less than 500 of these coins are available. Coin experts are calling the Great Southern Treasury Hoard an incredible opportunity. Just call GovMint at 1-800-719-9079 and you are guaranteed a mint condition 1888 Morgan silver dollar featuring the iconic O mint mark of the New Orleans Mint. These 132-year-old coins were found in sealed bags that have been untouched since 1888. That makes these unopened bags of Morgan silver dollars extremely rare. To learn more, call 1-800-719-9079. Call now and you'll receive a free American Coin Collector's Bonus Package, a $10 value, free with every order. Call 1-800-719-9079 now to secure your 1888 O Morgan silver dollar coins before they sell out. That's 1-800-719-9079.
Why are you staring at me?
I know what you did.
What?
You know what you did.
What are you talking about?
The cookie dough. You've been all up in the cookie dough. My cookie dough.
Okay, see, look, what had happened was...
Get your own dough, yo. Get your own dough with Cookie Dough Magic, now open in Huntsville. We all have memories of stealing that cookie dough from the mixer before our grandmother could bake it. Now you can get it in a cone, cup, milkshake, and more, all safe to eat with no baking required. We have 12 delicious flavors. It's the best of both worlds. Delicious cookie dough, and it's safe to eat. Some of our signature flavors include magic chocolate chip, birthday cake batter, cheesecake dough, salty sweet, peanut butter, and more. It's so good. Get yours today at Cookie Dough Magic. Now open on Jefferson Street North in downtown Huntsville. And check us out online at mycookiedoughmagic.com. Life is short. Mix it up with Cookie Dough Magic.
News Talk 770 AM, 92.5 FM, WVNN. You're listening to Boomer and the Beard, the pulse of Americana, with your beautiful bearded host, Zach Walker, Alabama's best no-holds-barred, constitutionally conservative, Christ-centered talk radio. If that don't fire you up, then your wood's wet. Now, it's time for your bearded host, Zach Walker.
Welcome back to Boomer and the Beard. I am Zach Walker, your big, beautiful, bearded host. So thankful you choose to join us here each and every day on your favorite, your best, the smartest show in morning radio. Be sure, if you haven't yet gone to boomerandbeard.com, you do so, Boomer and Beard. Spell out the word and.com. Be sure to subscribe to the podcast. Engage with us on YouTube, Tweeterbox, Faceagram, Instabook, all the above. We are there. We'd love to interact with you in any way that you would like to see us interact. We're happy to do that. Purcell Lumber and Custom Millwork, proud sponsor of Boomer and the Beard. The only place we go for all of our home improvement projects. Whether you're building a house, remodeling a house, or just doing a Pinterest project, we start at Purcell Lumber and Millwork every single time. Benjamin Moore paints, DeWalt tools, you name it, they've got it. Custom millwork, custom doors, custom windows, custom trim. They can do it all. 256-232-6320, 256-232-6320. They're at North Clinton Street here in Athens, Alabama, or Purcell Lumber and Mill Shop online.com, Purcell Lumber and Mill Shop.com online. We are so thankful to have them, and they are thankful to have you. So be sure you go see them and let them know that the Beard sent you. Joining us now is Ray Ellen, joining us for our weekly tech update. Ray, how are you this morning, my friend?
I'm good, man. How are you?
Oh, I'm better now that you're here, buddy. Are you in another new studio area?
So I am getting a new desk and everything, and so I have everything cleared off the desk and the big screen's gone. So I'm actually on the M1 that we've been talking about now, and just sitting on my couch in my office.
Are you using just like regular AirPods as your microphone?
Yeah.
Sounds pretty good. It sounds pretty good.
Really?
Yeah, it's not. I mean, it's not your.
Nervous about it.
It's not the condenser mic, but it sounds just fine. I mean, for the love of God, you've got network television interviews that are being done with less technology than what we use here on this little podunk radio show. So, we're just thankful you're here, buddy. What do you got for us this morning, man?
So I have four articles. So we're gonna go rapid fire on 3 of them.
Okay.
And I want to sit on one of them. Okay. So this is really. Have you ever heard of Chowbotics?
I'm sorry.
Chowbotics.
Like chow, like chow down on food.
Mm-hmm.
No, I've not heard of Chowbotics. No.
So Chowbotics made a vending machine that creates a salad. No, I'm not surprised why you haven't heard that, right? So this vending machine takes fresh ingredients and everything and makes a salad. No big deal. It's been out there for a little while, I think since like 2014. But a big company, DoorDash, just acquired them. And so that's news because everyone's wondering what DoorDash is going to do with the salad-making robot vending machine. So keep your eye out for that. The other thing I want to hit is right in Alabama, Amazon is having a union fight. Have you guys talked about this?
Oh, yeah. We've talked about the inconsistency and the fact that they decided not to let people mail in their vote.
Yeah. So that's up for a vote. I wasn't sure if y'all hit that one yet or not. I won't stay on it very long, but I did read in the article on The Verge. It was talking about how, like, when some people wanted to go get a drink of water, they would get docked for their time. That's crazy.
Wait a minute. Hey, wait a minute. You mean to tell me that a liberal company isn't the company of love and love everybody and love is love and kindness, and it's amazing. God, it's amazing. And people are too stupid to see it.
Like 90% of the people that still work there would still work there. So I guess you could call it 90% employee satisfaction. Okay, and the last rapid fire one before we get on one to sit for a second is the Florida. Florida was attacked by a hacker, and they tried to increase the amount of lye that they put in the water, and they did it. They multiplied it by 100 times.
Yeah, so
a
this is the first like infrastructure attack in America that has been aimed at something like the water system. You know, typically in these doomsday scenarios, we look at the power grid, we look at the water system in terms of shutting down access to it, but I for one was not thinking about the national security implications of poisoning the water supply. Like that's some like
Right.
Batman level stuff.
Now, this is also interesting. They're poisoning the water supply by using an existing chemical that the water company already puts in the water. That made me think about it for a minute. You know, there's this old adage, like how much of this would you drink if I put one drop of poison in it? You know, and you're like, well, none. I would drink none. But actually, yeah, there's a little bit of poison in your water, but it's used to clean out your water. So there's an interesting quote in here. It was not particularly sophisticated, but that's exactly what folks worry about. As one of the few examples of someone making an attempt to hurt people, it's a big deal for that reason. So, you know, we're attacked all the time, but it doesn't usually get that far to where they can actually change these numbers and have an impact. So they actually had an impact this time. A supervisor caught it, and they haven't really figured out how the person did it yet.
Yeah, it's crazy. Sodium hydroxide, or lye. They went to change it from 100 parts per million to 11,100 parts per million.
Now, this could have been a typo on Judy's part as she rebooted the system, and then Judy's like, no, that was a hacker. I didn't do that, sir.
Yeah,
that's always the other part. That's what politicians do when they get in trouble, right?
Facts. Yeah, absolutely. Every time. That's what happens when my Twitter goes down. So.
All right. So this last thing. Y'all remember a couple of weeks ago, I talked about Clubhouse, this new app that was out that made social media out of conference calls.
Yes.
Do you remember this discussion?
Yes.
So since then, I've been on Clubhouse quite a bit, and it's actually pretty good. I have to admit, I was wrong on my first conclusion. I was going to several of these rooms where there were these so-called gurus and coaches pitching all their wares, and it was terrible. Since then, I've actually found some really good groups. So if you're interested in this, hit me up on Instagram, RayZorback, and I can kind of guide you through Clubhouse if you're on there. Now, it's still only available for Apple, but it was available in a big country called China. And since then, China has squelched that freedom. Is that the right term? Squelched?
Yeah, sure.
Squashed,
squelched, whatever.
Crushed. China has crushed the freedom of Clubhouse, and it's now returning an SSL error for anyone in China that tries to use the app.
Huh.
So no
Isn't it amazing the parallels that we can now draw between China and the U.S.?
It is kind of creepy. Yeah.
I mean, it's a little more than I would ever like to admit.
Yeah. Why don't we disallow a social media network because of the political speech that could be on it?
Did you what did you think about the halftime show yesterday? Speaking of China.
So this is immediately what went through my thoughts. You're contacted by someone that works for the weekend, and you get this email that says, hey, thanks so much for trying out. We select you to be a dancer in the show. And you think, oh, wow, this is so exciting. Yes. Everyone's going to see me. And you get there, and the weekend's like, hey, by the way,
put this jock strap on your face. Yeah.
So I couldn't help but shake the disappointment from every dancer of not being seen on television because you're putting this stupid thing on your face.
So I know very little about the Weeknd. Okay, so I don't listen to pop music. I'm not a big Weeknd fan. I didn't even know that was a thing. I didn't know that Saturday and Sunday were performing. It was weird. I was confused. But when I did a little reading on it yesterday, apparently the Weeknd has undergone multiple cosmetic surgeries on his face. And so is there some tie-in to the bandages on their face or what?
I guess people that didn't recently see his new music video are going to be really confused. So he's got this new music video out where he has all these cosmetic surgeries done. And I think it was all kind of a ruse and fake. But he would start showing up to like award ceremonies and stuff like that with a little bandage here or there. And then a bigger bandage. And then he releases this music video that shows this gigantic face that is obviously plastic surgery, and it's a really disturbing music video actually. And the Weeknd's really good. Like I like his music and everything, which I mean, I guess it's time for him to go weird. It was weird. And then this whole halftime show kind of relates back to that music video that he recently released.
Did you know that
I'm
he
glad his face
spent?
wasn't like that anymore.
Did you know that he spent $7 million of his own money on that show and got paid $0? I mean, most of the time, Super Bowl performers don't make any money. Like, it's not about that money for them. I was reading an article of Forbes yesterday behind the economics. Like, Jennifer Lopez, her streaming increased by 200%, and she got 1.2 million new followers across different social media platforms. Typically, like, Bruno Mars parlayed his into a tour that he launched, and so typically, like, Justin Timberlake got paid nothing for the halftime show. It's not typically about the money; it's about the exposure. And Prince got nothing. But typically Pepsi and the NFL will carry the load of the production of the show, the all the money that it takes to produce it. Well, The Weeknd wanted more than what they were able to do, and so he himself even put $7 million of his own money in there for that show.
So I'm not a financial whiz, but in watching the show, I don't see where $7 million. I can tell you that.
No, in my eyes, I could do a lot more with $7 million, and that's, by the way, that's what he added to the millions of dollars they already were spending. So let's just go out on a wild hair and say they gave. I mean, if he doubled their money, if they put 7, he put 7, and they spent $14 million, like
I think.
I would love to see what I could do with $14 million. If somebody wants to throw it over, we'll see what I can come up with.
I think in Ozark they would have called that laundering.
Ray Ellen, the host of the Bearded Men of Real Estate podcast. If you guys haven't checked them out yet, anywhere your podcasts are, anywhere you listen to podcasts, be sure to check out Be More Bearded Men of Real Estate podcast with Ray Ellen. Ray, as usual, my friend, it is a pleasure, and we look forward to talking with you next week.
You two guys.
Have a good one, buddy.
Boomer and the Beard.
Hello, I'm Mike Lindell, the inventor of MyPillow, and like all of you out there, I had problems sleeping. Pillows would go flat, I would flip-flop all night long, I would wake up with a sore neck, maybe a headache, or feel like I needed a nap even though I slept 8 hours. When I invented MyPillow, I wanted it to where you can move the patented fill to give you the exact support you need as an individual, regardless of sleep position. MyPillow will get you into that deep sleep faster, and you will stay there longer. It's not about how much time we spend in bed. It's about how much of that quality sleep we get. I do all of my own manufacturing right here in the United States. I have a 10-year warranty. You can wash and dry MyPillow, and I give you a 60-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to lose. And here's my best offer ever. Buy your premium queen-sized MyPillow for $29.99. That's right, $29.99 for a premium queen-size MyPillow, only $5 more for the king size. Go to MyPillow.com/radio specials. Use promo code BEARD at checkout.
Are you tired? Do you suffer from chronic fatigue, neuropathy, or joint pain? Call Madison Integrative Medicine. Our amazing staff will provide an individualized patient experience focused on your overall health to treat the cause, not just the problem. Utilizing both traditional and natural medicine. Don't let the symptoms become overwhelming. Treat them preventatively with Madison Integrative Medicine on Slaughter Road in Madison. Call 256-325-0955. That's 325-0955.
Karen's a quilter.
Karen's Quality Quilts. Quality custom quilts quickly.
How's the quilting business, Karen?
Kind of quiet. My quest to quadruple my quilting sales has created a quagmire.
Can I be candid, Karen?
Okay.
You need a website that can encompass the quality of your quilts.
I know quilts, but I know no computers. They're confusing.
But there are people who know coding like you know quilting.
Who's that?
I'm glad you asked. Web Underdog creates websites that don't just catch the eye, they catch customers. And they're as user-friendly for you as they are for your clients. We build high-quality, clean, well-coded, custom designs for organizations of all sizes that are affordable, professional, and specially made for your brand and visitors. Outside of responsive web design, Web Underdog also offers search engine optimization, website management, and so much more. Give your business the professional touch and contact Web Underdog for a free web design quote. Call 256-998-0667. That's 998-0667 and online at webunderdog.com. Web Underdog, your local web design and SEO agency.
News Talk 770 AM, 92.5 FM, WVNN.
Boomer and the Beard. Come with us, join the ride. Boomer and the Beard. We're from every walk of life. Boomer and the Beard. Big, beautiful, bearded hosts. Boomer and the Beard. And even our old fart co-host. Boomer and the Beard. Boomer and the Beard.
Welcome back to Boomer and the Beard. I'm Zach Walker, your big, beautiful, bearded host. So thankful you choose to join us here each and every day. If you haven't, be sure to go to boomerandbeard.com, spell out the word and. In the meantime, be sure to check out our friends Cookie Dough Magic. We've obviously, if you've listened to the show at all, you've heard about Cookie Dough Magic. You've heard John on the show. You've heard us eat it live on the air even. We're super pumped about this one. Your wife, big fan.
She loves the Nutella, and she loves that new hat.
And then we're all big fans, and Hayden is such a big fan. He's actually moving in above the store. So we can't say enough about it. Yeah, let's see. There's a Cookie Dough. There's 3 Cookie Dough Magic hats in the studio right now. I'd wear one, but it looks like a yarmulke. So we are so thankful that they have chosen to partner with us. We got a lot of cool things coming with them. But be sure to give them a call, 256-517-8210, 8210. Or go see them. They're downtown in Huntsville on Jefferson Street. They're right next to Melt, Huntsville. They're open at noon every day, and you get you a scoop of cookie dough. And the cookie dough is not made with raw eggs. It's made with pasteurized egg whites, so it's safe to eat. It's not like a, if you eat regular cookie dough with butter and it's like this big lump in your stomach, it's not like that. It's light, it's fluffy, it's delicious, and it is not on my diet. So there you go. All right, so we talked about this briefly, Connor. You need to pay attention on this one. The Super Bowl streaker. Connor, did you watch the game?
Not 1 second of it.
Oh, well, you're muted. Not 1 second of it.
Not 1 second.
Big football fan. And so
big homework fan.
Big homework fan too. Who gives homework on Super Bowl Sunday weekend? What a mess.
I'm not gonna name drop her.
Yeah, don't name. You said her. It's a her. It's a her. It's a female teacher. Well, that narrows it down. So there was a streaker, a relatively large fella, with a thong on, were streaking across the field. And normally, I think streakers are stupid. I think it's just a waste of time. I think it's ignorant. I think it's like, it's kind of funny because it's become part of sports culture in America to have a streaker at certain games, certain World Series game, or not as many of them at baseball as are at football, because for some reason I think football invites it because you think you can get out the end zone, whereas baseball you're kind of enclosed, like there's nowhere to even in your mind. Now I don't know what people are thinking on a football field. You're not getting out there either. I've never seen a streaker successfully streak and evade capture, right? Like that doesn't happen. But this fella, his name is Yuri Andrade. Okay, and he, in the fourth quarter, jumped out there in his pink G-string swimsuit bikini thing, and he was later arrested by who I thought he could have been very helpful on the Chiefs' offensive line. This sheriff's deputy was a monster. I mean, he was huge. I'm talking about form tackled this son of a gun. It was a beautiful tackle. I mean, the guy, if he doesn't get a contract with somebody, they're missing out. Come to find out, allegedly, reportedly, this gentleman placed a $50,000 prop bet at plus 750 that there would be a streaker at the Super Bowl.
That guy's brave and smart.
He's my hero. A $50,000 prop bet at plus 750. Do anybody want to tell me what the math is on that? No, don't worry about it. I'll tell you. $374,000. It's actually $374,500, but it cost him $500 to get out of jail. So we'll knock that off the back end and call it a cool $374 million before taxes. After taxes, we're going to take about half of that and run that over to the old government there. So you're going to walk away with about $170,000 minus the $50 you originally put in. You've got $120,000 to simply run across the field in a pink bikini. Where do I sign up?
Totally worth it.
Absolutely, without question. Who wouldn't? Is there anyone here that wouldn't? Connor, you are probably. I think the other three of us are a surefire, without question. Not even going to think about it. Your brain is turning. You're the more reserved one of us here. Would you risk the 50 to make the 120 and streak across the field?
No, I would not do that. I would not streak across the field.
For any amount of money?
At the Super Bowl?
Yes.
Yeah, but what if you was 47 and not 17?
I don't care if you're 8. For $120,000, there's not a lot I wouldn't do.
120 is not.
He's not thinking like us.
Oh my goodness, 120 is not. You can't hide money. Good Lord, he said $120,000 is not enough to wear a bikini and run around the Super Bowl. I'd do it for $100. You kidding me? $120,000, Connor? I mean, the dude is not going to have a record. It's going to be a misdemeanor. It's going to be a citation.
But everybody's seen his junk.
No, he wasn't naked. It was just his butt. He just had
seen your.
Well, I'll show it on I'll show it on the camera right now. It's just my butt. For the love of God, $120,000. You wouldn't do 866-494-9866. Is this guy an idiot or a hero? Like, is he a genius or is he stupid? Because
If he wants to do that, that's fine. I'm not knocking him.
No.
I wouldn't do that.
Oh, is there anybody else that wouldn't do this? I'm just curious if Connor's the only one. He put a $50,000 prop bet at plus 750 to win 375, and then became the streaker. He ensured his prop bet won.
He's clever. I'll give
It's
him that.
unbelievable. I'm just mad I didn't think of it.
Well, and he deserves that money also. Do we have the video or a picture of that?
We're not going to show
I
that.
saw was a picture of his butt.
I've got a picture of him right here. Look at him. Here he is. He's running across. He juked the pants off old big boy here. I'm talking about he juked the and let me tell you something. Mr. Andrade is not a small guy. Okay? He's built a lot like you and I. He got a little junk in his trunk, and he's built a little heavy up top. Okay? He's not Hayden running around all skinny like. He's a big fella, and he juked the pants off of this guy. But hey, let me tell you something. He couldn't get away from that old sheriff's deputy. That sheriff's deputy knocked him. I mean, Hayden, did you see that tackle? I'm talking about.
No, I didn't.
Oh, that's right, because you went to bed early and still showed up late. My dude came through out of nowhere with biceps the size of canned hams and just boom, lays him out cold. And you know what? When he got tackled, all he could do, laugh himself all the way to the bank.
I would too. I mean,
I'm so mad I didn't think of this. Because now there's going to be some exclusion put in prop bets that you cannot be the better. I mean, I guess there's a way around that, right? All you have to do is I would just have Connor place the bet for me, and then I would go streaking. Connor, would you do that for me? If I cut you in on it, would that be worth it?
I'll do
Sure,
it for you.
as long as you're the one streaking, I don't care.
So you're embarrassed to show your butt for $120,000.
Pretty much.
That's fair. I mean, I hate different strokes for different folks. If anybody wants to pay me $120,000 to see my butt, Zach@cottonroad.com. We can arrange that, private or public. I'm good with either personally. What about you? Any restrictions on just a moonshot for $120,000?
not at this point in life. I'm good. I'll go ahead and knock it out.
Yeah, without question.
My wife be proud of me because she
that's
get
right.
all the money.
That's fact. Yeah, $120,000 goes a long way. A long way. Good gracious, English is hard.
Ain't got no English.
You really, Connor? You really wouldn't do that for real?
For real?
I'm impressed by you.
$300,000.
Well, but after taxes, I mean, we did the math on it, Hayden. I mean, after.
I'm saying you walk away with $300,000.
But you don't walk away with $300,000.
I'm saying if he made a bigger bet.
If you would have bet, because let's see what. Let's
how
see.
much money would it take?
So obviously streaking is just you got to at least show your butt, and it's okay to have a thong on. Because when I think streaker, it's like butt naked.
No, streaker's just somebody.
Then you get on the registry, right? You would be on a pedophile or what do you call that?
Yeah, if you're nude, you would go on the sex offender. Yeah, because you would have exposed yourself. Yeah. But I mean, just think about this. What if he would have bet $100,000 on it? He would have made $750,000. Connor, would you do it for $750,000? Where is the number that Connor whips his butt out and runs across Super Bowl field? What's the number?
I don't know.
We'll start a
I haven't
GoFundMe
really thought
right
about
now.
it, but
I mean, $1 million, a cool 7 figures, that'd probably do it. If you don't do it for $1 million, I'd have to question you.
That's a lie.
There's no way. I wouldn't even believe you if you said no at that point. For $1 million? I mean, Paris Hilton did worse for a whole lot less, so I'm just saying.
That's tough. That's really tough. I'm still not going to give 100% yes.
How much would you? So if I was gonna drop you in that pit of rattlesnakes we talked about earlier, there's 25 rattlesnakes in an 8x8 area. Would you do it for $100,000?
So it's the choice between streaking a rattlesnake.
No. Now I'm just asking if you do the rattlesnakes for $100,000 straight up.
No, I guess where I'm coming from is if I'm not in some dire need.
Everybody has a need for 6 figures in money.
Everybody would like 6 figures.
Yeah, and so at that point it just becomes a risk reward, analysis.
Yeah, but if I don't know. I guess if there's no critical urgency to getting the money, there's other ways to get money, and I'd value
his butt.
Dignity over money. In that
Connor's
case.
saying 100,000 ain't worth what it was 2 years ago.
You're listening to Boomer and the Beard. We'll be right back.
Boomer and the Beard. This is News Talk 770 AM, 92.5 FM, WVNN. News starts now.
Former President Trump's second impeachment trial begins in a few hours at the same place where the Capitol riot took place just over a month ago. ABC's Aaron Katursky with more.
The trial is expected to begin with a debate on whether it's even constitutional to put a former president on trial. ABC News legal analyst Kate Shaw said it is.
It just can't be that presidential misconduct that happens at the end of a term is not subject to that constitutional sanction.
ABC News legal analyst Dan Abrams said it's still a better argument for the Trump defense than saying his words preceding the riot were protected free speech.
The notion that somehow he has a First Amendment right to say whatever he wants, whenever he wants, isn't serious.
The trial is expected to last a week. Aaron Katursky, ABC News, New York.
Oral arguments will begin on Monday, 16 hours for each side, 8 hours a day, starting with House managers. Actually, on Wednesday, a conviction will hinge on Senate Republicans, several of whom have already said they will not vote to convict. With continuing coverage, the impeachment trial. Sherry Preston, ABC News.
Why are you staring at me?
I know what you did.
What?
You know what you did.
What are you talking about?
The cookie dough. You've been all up in the cookie dough. My cookie dough.
Okay, see, look, what had happened was...
Get your own dough, yo.
Cookie dough magic, now open in Huntsville. 12 delicious flavors in a cone, cup, milkshake, and more. Cookie dough magic, now open on Jefferson Street North in downtown Huntsville. And check us out online at mycookiedoughmagic.com.
You go as hard as you can. And then a little harder.
And it was like I stepped funny,
Mm-hmm.
and I could barely walk on.
Okay, let's take a look.
At Lang Chiropractic, we'll help your sports performance and your overall health by improving your range of motion, flexibility, relieving inflammation, and so much more. Focusing to improve your health and wellness in all areas of your life. Whether you're having trouble with back pain, neck pain, or just want to start feeling better when you wake up in the morning, Dr. David Lang is focused on a whole person approach, finding those underlying causes and creating a personalized plan for your individual needs. Schedule your visit by calling 256-444-1600. That's 444-1600 at Lang Chiropractic on Highway 72 East in Athens in the Publix Shopping Center. Visit us online at langchiropracticcenter.com. Lang Chiropractic, we've got your back. Come see us today.
Well, as the coronavirus took hold, New York City Mayor Bill de Blasio had one of his bright ideas. He moved the homeless from shelters to some of the city's finest hotels to protect them from the virus. Now, what could possibly go wrong? At Midtown Manhattan hotels, drug addicts flourished. They used heroin in broad daylight. Residents were subjected to verbal abuse and threatening behavior. No cops were dispatched, and nobody from city government responded to multiple complaint calls. The homeless migrated into the fashionable Chelsea neighborhood and created their own encampment. They blocked the entrances to local businesses, which were already struggling because of the lockdown, I should say struggling. Residents became increasingly frightened to walk the streets. Once thriving New York neighborhoods have had their economy shut down by Democrats, then they had to take the homeless into their hotels with no supervision, no law enforcement to speak of, and no protection given to the residents or businesses of these neighborhoods. The problem's gotten so out of control that the idiot Democrat mayor finally says it's time to get the homeless out of the hotels and back to the streets and the shelters. But de Blasio's providing no timeline on when that'll happen. Things are so bad in New York, it almost makes you feel sorry for the people who elected these liberals. Almost, I said, almost sorry.
Citibank last year predicted silver to break $40 within 12 months and $100 over the next few years. Noble Gold is giving away a stunning 5-ounce solid silver Apollo 11 coin with every qualified silver IRA that started. The new administration just committed to a $2 trillion investment in clean energy to create carbon-free electricity by 2035. There's also a pledge to tackle climate change and stop using fossil fuels like oil and coal. But here's the thing. We don't have enough silver to cover the demand. They said it would take 5.62 million tons of silver to meet all our energy needs. The world's current known official silver reserves that can be assumed to be recoverable from mines is estimated to be less than 600,000 tons. And that's good for investors and the price of silver. This makes the long-term outlook for silver IRAs look even better than it's been for a long time. Visit our website today at noblegoldinvestments.com. That's noblegoldinvestments.com.
News Talk 770 AM, 92.5 FM, WVNN.
This is Zay, and you're listening to the Boomer and the Beard. And my dad's weird.
Making some homemade soup. Feeling kind of good, and that's the truth. Come on, baby. Sing it, Hayden. Oh, I'm just doing all right. And it's a great day to be alive. I know the sun's still shining when I close my eyes. Welcome back to Boomer and the Beard. I am Zach Walker, your big, beautiful bearded host. So thankful you choose to join us here each and every day. It is 14 minutes to the top of the hour in the Dale Jackson Show, and so we are so thankful that you're here with us this morning. Be sure, if you haven't, to go to boomerandbeard.com. That's Boomer and Beard. Spell out the word and. The number one thing you can do for us right now is download our podcast. Subscribe, download, all of the above. We are growing that side of our show, and we thank you for joining us in doing that. In the meantime, also, please make sure that you have gone to mypillow.com. Mike Lindell, I was talking to the MyPillow people yesterday. We're trying to get an appointment scheduled with Mike to do an interview. He's still very much, the reply I got was he's very focused still on the election. And I don't know if anybody's watched the 2-hour Absolute Proof video yet. I've not made my way to it. It was on my list yesterday. It should be on my list today. But let's go support Mike Lindell by going to mypillow.com/radio specials. Use promo code BEARD at checkout. You can get the premium MyPillow for $29.99, $5 more for the king size. You get that patented interlocking fill that adjusts and adapts to your individual sleep needs. You've got the Giza Dream Sheets. You've got the mattress topper. Connor, how much you love the mattress topper? Scale of 1 to 10.
Oh, it is fantastic.
Fantastic. That'd be a 10. I mean, folks, these people do. My dog sleeps on a MyPillow. It's honestly the only bed he'll sleep on now. They make quality products. They're made by conservative patriots that love this country. There's nothing better we can do to support our people than go to mypillow.com/radio specials. Use promo code BEARD at checkout to get your premium MyPillow for $29.99 or deep discounts on anything else in the store. It is time for a Beard Bod update. We're going to see what is going on in the world of the Beard Bod Challenge. I am in the process of trying to lose 50 pounds in 90 days thank you for that, with the help of 360 Fitness here in Athens. You can join me at 360 Fitness in Athens. The special offer that we're making for you right now, if you join 360 with promo code BEARD, you're going to pay for 6 months up front at $29.99. Okay, it's $180 up front, and you're going to get 2 free months. So you're going to get 8 months for the price of 6, or you're going to get unlimited smoothie bar for your 6-month time frame. Which one did we make a choice the other day? Smoothie bar. Hayden, what would you choose? Smoothie bar. There it is. But you can choose whichever you want. It's called Pick Your Perk, and we would love to have. I work out every day at 7:30. I would welcome any one of you to join me. Today I work out with Reed Lancaster, who's my personal trainer. He's old number one over there at 360. I'm sure we will be friends one day, but right now I think he's trying to kill me, and so we're in that point of relationship where we don't really like one another right now. Because no, I'm kidding. He's a great dude, but sometimes I want to punch him in his skinny little throat.
Love hurts.
But yeah, that's right. Love hurts. But no, so yesterday I went in for my first workout after I played softball on Saturday, which we covered exclusively here, and then I went in yesterday, and one thing I'm noticing that's kind of interesting, the cardio side is coming back very quickly. So like yesterday I did, what did I do? Let's see. I did, it was supposed to be 10 burpees, 20 squats, 30 crunches.
What is a burpee?
You jump up, then you touch your toes, and then lay down on the ground, do like a push-up position, and then you come back and you jump again. So you jump all the way up, and then get all the way on the floor, and then all the way up, and then all the way on the floor, and all the way up, and all the way on the floor, and all the way up, and all the way on the floor. So my knee was pretty it was bothering me pretty bad yesterday, so I chose not to do the burpee. So I went with a 90-second hammer rope or battle rope like that. Did that 3 times. Then I did 4 sets, 500-meter row, 20 push press dumbbell or kettlebell presses on each arm, and then what was the other one I did? There was another exercise, but I did 4 rounds of that, and I'm noticing that the cardio piece is coming back pretty quick, which is it's encouraging because I don't feel like I'm going to die the whole time, right? Which is cool. It's a unique feeling for me. But what is kind of sucks about that, and I talked about this, if you're not following us on social media or 360 on social media, I put a video out every day kind of keeping track of what's going on. And the hard part for me is, like, I'm a big, strong dude. Even though I haven't worked out in a long time, like, I'm still strong as an ox. And so the problem is, now that the cardio is coming back, I'm starting to have to, like, increase the weight to get the same cardio burn, but by increasing the weight, I'm going to increase the muscle mass, which is going to be inherently bad for weight loss. And so it's we're trying to fine tune this program and get it in the pocket, if you will, and try to find where it makes the most sense for us. But that's kind of where we're at on it all. My eating decisions have not been fantastic, but I have a new nutrition regimen starting tomorrow, and I can tell you about that in a week or I guess in 2 weeks I'll be able to tell you about that after I've been on the program for 2 weeks. If it works, I will share it with you guys and give you the opportunity to join me in that as well. But until then, you're just going to have to hang in bated suspense.
Where's that weight at?
I'm not weighing, but every 2 weeks. I'm not going to jump on the scale every day.
What was the official start point?
294.
294.
294 was the official start point. So
yeah, I think we called burpees when I was in high school up downs.
Well, it's different than an up down, but yeah, it's kind of
similar
to an up down.
They was killer. Woo.
No, they are no bueno for sure, and so that is kind of the update on where we're at on the Beard Bod Challenge. So it's going well. I feel good. My body feels a lot better. We're playing in a big world softball tournament here in 2 weeks. We'll cover that next segment, kind of talk you guys through that a little bit as well. You're listening to Boomer and the Beard. We'll be right back.
Boomer and the Beard.
Where is your haircut gone? We know you don't get out as much. You don't drive by your regular sport clips and pop in for that MVP haircut experience that is so much more than a haircut. But isn't it worth getting out for? For that legendary hot steam towel for your face, massaging shampoo that makes you melt into your seat. Oh man, you remember that, right? We found your haircut. It's right where you left it. Sport clips. It's good to be a guy.
What's better than pizza? That's right, nothing. Well, maybe except for the many ways you can eat it. I like thinner crust. Oh, and with a side of ranch.
I'll take mine with a pretty crazy assortment of toppings. Thousands. With a side of wings. Hot ones.
Pizza. It's a beautiful thing and found all over the world. But for your slice of the pie here locally, you want to try Donato's Pizza in Madison. Enjoy our famous pizzas loaded with edge-to-edge toppings, 100 slices of pepperoni, the family recipe sausage, fresh hand-cut veggies, and premium cheeses like our aged smoked provolone. You'll notice the Donato's difference. But why stop there? We also offer subs, calzones, wings, and desserts. Don't keep eating those same old leftovers. Make tonight a Donato's night with Donato's Pizza on Madison Boulevard in Madison. Call 256-772-6789. That's 772-6789. And online at donatos.com. Donato's Pizza, where every piece is important.
As you know, our friend Mike Lindell has a passion to help everyone get the best sleep of their life. He didn't stop at the MyPillow. Let me tell you something. I just got my Giza Dream bed sheets, and they are unbelievable. Mike found this cotton called Giza cotton. It's incredibly soft, super breathable, extremely durable, 60-day money-back, that same money-back guarantee, that same 10-year warranty that you have on that MyPillow you love so much. The first night you sleep on the Giza sheets, you will never want anything else. Let me tell you something. My son, he's 4. He knows the difference. He knows the difference. He said, Daddy, where are those soft sheets that Mr. Mikey sent me? I said, don't worry, kid, I got you. Pulled them out of the dryer, put them on there. Listen, you right now have a special offer. You will receive 2 for 1 low price and free shipping on the Giza Dream Sheets if you call 1-800-889-7318 or go to mypillow.com/radio specials. Use the promo code BEARD. Again, mypillow.com, radio specials, promo code BEARD.
Where is your haircut gone? We know you don't get out as much. You don't drive by your regular sport clips and pop in for that MVP haircut experience that is so much more than a haircut. But isn't it worth getting out for? For that legendary hot steam towel for your face, massaging shampoo that makes you melt into your seat. Oh man, you remember that, right? We found your haircut. It's right where you left it. Sport clips. It's good to be a guy.
770 AM, 92.5 FM, WVNN. Depend on it.
This is Dale Jackson, and you're listening to Boomer and the Beard. Will somebody tell Zach Walker he only has the second best beard on WVNN?
Good morning. Welcome back to Boomer and the Beard. It's 14 minutes to the top of the hour on the Dale Jackson Show. We're so thankful that you've joined us here this morning. Be sure to go to boomerandbeard.com. That's right. Spell out the word and, boomerandabeard.com. Download the podcast, subscribe, rate. If you love this show, that is where we're really focusing our efforts right now. We really need for you to help us with that. So be sure to go to Boomer and Beard or search for Boomer and the Beard anywhere you listen to podcasts. And we have that available for you there. Connor, we're on every platform, correct? That we know of anyways?
As far as podcasts?
Podcasting goes. Anywhere you listen to a podcast, you should be able to find Boomer and the Beard.
All the major ones, definitely.
That's right. Any of the major ones. We've got some phone calls coming in. 866-494-9866. 866-494-9866. We got Charlie on line 1. If you'd like to join us, feel free to do so. Charlie on line 1, what do you got for us?
Well, y'all was talking about the streakers. Years ago, there was a hard-hitting linebacker for the Baltimore Colts named Mike Curtis, who tackled a streaker and laid him out.
I'm going to have to look this up.
Can you hear me?
Yes, sir, absolutely. I was saying I'm going to have to look this up and watch this video.
You'd get sued if you did that.
Oh, yeah, Google it. It's on Google. You can see it. And that's probably, he'd probably be sued these days, so.
Oh, I have seen this video before. Oh, I absolutely have seen this video before. Look at him. Here he comes. Here he comes. And boom! That's so good. Thank you for the call, Charlie. Yeah, that was back when football was still a man's sport, and they didn't wear skirts to play the game. So it was Michael A. Day through Messenger for the show says, for $120,000, I'll show my old hairy butt to the world. I agree with you, Michael. And one day when Connor is old like us, his dignity will have been eviscerated by plenty of other things, and it'll probably be a different conversation. But for now, I completely understand where I remember. Don't you remember those days? The youthful innocence of being 17 years old. There are days I wish I could go back.
Nervous about everything.
Yeah, it's a pretty nerve-wracking world. Well, I don't know. Connor's pretty confident, though. Connor, would you call yourself a confident person?
Confident in?
Just confident in general.
He ain't confident enough to take that 150 to show his butt.
I don't know if that's a lack of confidence.
Well, I could say I couldn't be as like when I was his age. I would never have been confident enough to be on a radio show like that.
That's what I'm saying. I mean,
Yeah.
Connor has a unique.
Yeah.
Well, and if you think it's fair to say, Connor, that when you started, you were not who you are now.
In what way?
Like you've grown into a certain level of confidence.
Sure.
And being on a radio show, really the top radio show the top talk show of our day part, has helped you in confidence in other areas outside of the radio.
Maybe. Yeah, I haven't really thought a lot about it, but yeah.
A deep introspective thought.
He's a master of the mic.
I do need to mention we are going to be jumping in. We're going to be putting a team cookie dough in the NSA World Championship in Decatur. It's the first NSA slow pitch softball championship to come to Decatur. That's February 21st. We'll be playing out there that Sunday. And Matt Harris is the tournament director. If you guys are slow pitch softball players and would like to get a team put in there, let me know. I'll get you guys in touch with him. It's going to be a really great tournament. We're going to have Cookie Dough Magic out there. Probably Donato's is going to be there. We're going to get some of the radio show sponsors out, and then we're going to have our own team in the deal. So it'll be a lot of fun. We're going to be wearing some bright pink Cookie Dough jerseys. We are Team Cookie Dough. So what's going to be fun about that is there's a bunch of people that take softball really seriously, come into the World Championships, and then there's going to be us. And so it should be a good time. But if you're a slow pitch softball player and you've not seen the NSA Worlds out there in Decatur, put a team in that joker. It's going to be a really great tournament. It's at a really great facility, Wilson Morgan Park there in Decatur. You've been out in your neck of the woods. Linex had to come by.
Yep.
And set up. We'll get you an honorary jersey and make you an honorary part of the team. But you can't play, but you could coach third base.
Just make sure I get like a 2XL or something.
Yeah, we'll get you a 3. No doubt.
Because they shrink.
Because I'm wearing a 2, and I'm going to be down 20 pounds by then. So yeah, that just a couple of programming notes there. So the last story I've got today, and I saved this one for last intentionally. I debated, were we going to save the $120,000 for a hairy butt or this one for last, and I voted this one. There's a study that has just come out. It looks like the government has created the analysis. So anytime there's a proposal from either party to change something, there's a government agency or group. What's the group? They do some kind of a feasibility study or they do. Mo Brooks was talking about it the other day. There is a government arm that comes out and does a feasibility study or an analysis of any kind of legislature to put a price tag on that legislature. And the government analysis from the Democratic proposal for the minimum wage has been released. Anybody want to take a guess at the findings here? Anybody? Bueller? Let's just make it easy. Positive or negative impact?
Negative.
Connor?
Like in terms of
let's just say overall positive or negative impact.
On the economy?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Really?
Job loss.
You can see some pros to it?
I'm not sure. Like, what's their study looking for?
Basically, they're analyzing the impact of a $15 an hour minimum wage. That broad.
Just in all facets of society.
Mm-hmm. Economically, mostly.
Okay. Yeah, I'll go negative.
Yeah, it's got to be negative. There's no positive. Hayden, I mean, I'm sure you're not. I mean, you're not going to be a positive guy. So, how many jobs do you think it's going to cost the country if we increase the minimum wage to $15 an hour? How many direct jobs over or under 827,000.
I'd say over 1 million.
Okay,
Easy.
Connor.
I'm going to go right on that number.
827,000.
Yeah.
Okay, I did that on purpose, and I got you. Hook, line, and sinker. Hayden, over or under?
Over.
Yeah, 1.4 million jobs will be lost if the $15 an hour minimum wage is implemented. And so the report says, quote, 17 million workers whose wages would otherwise be below $15 per hour would be directly affected, and many of the 10 million workers whose wages would otherwise be slightly above that rate would also be affected. There's a couple reasons why. Let me use some of my Republican Limestone County common sense here and see if I can help you understand this. But minimum wage has never been intended to be a living wage. Minimum wage is a wage that you make at your entry point into the workforce.
A stepping stone.
It is for people who are entering the workforce with intent to move forward. Even if you take minimum wage job at McDonald's, the goal there is to hopefully become a manager of McDonald's or a shift manager or whatever, right? And guess what? They don't make minimum wage. And so for everyone out there that's saying, well, you can't even pay rent on minimum wage. Well, it's not meant to be a wage that pays rent. And what's going to happen, and what people don't understand, is if I can get, first of all, if I'm somebody right now that's making 17, 18, 20 bucks an hour, and I can now go pick up a second job at 15 an hour and get another 20 hours in, the quality of worker is going to go through the roof because people are going to take on second and third jobs for that additional income, which means these entry-level workers are now not only are they not going to be making $8 an hour, they're going to be making $0 an hour because better caliber workers are going to be coming down to take another job. It was a long time into my 20s. I mean, I was in my late 20s before I would have said no to a $15 an hour job.
Because you was motivated.
That's right. And I wanted to make as many $15 hours as I could make. And so, I don't know if you guys saw the story yesterday. Dallas, is it Kroger? Connor, Google this. Dallas grocery store launches checkout free or staff free. Like it's all going to be self-checkout in Dallas. It's a grocery store with all self-checkout prototypes.
And also last week, the first Walmart did that also. No more, everything is self-checkout.
Yep, Kroger, yep. So they're launching a pilot for entirely self-checkout store. Hey, can I tell you why? Anyone out there listening? Anyone want to take a poke at it?
Wages.
Bingo. This is to head off. If you think the minimum wage going to $15 an hour is going to create more jobs at $15 an hour, you're not just dumb, you're stupid.
This reminds me of that slippery slope we was talking about yesterday with the Fourth Amendment. It's going to start off with Walmart, then you're even seeing the self-checkout deals in McDonald's now. You know, it's going to start automotive.
Well, AI,
replace everybody.
Intelligent checkout stands are already the deal. Before long, I mean, you're going to start seeing more of that. Look. If I am a grocer or if I'm a restaurant, a fast food restaurant, and I can do away with the only variable that I've got, that variable being the people power, what do you think I'm going to do? I'm going to do away with it. Because even without minimum wage, I can cut costs. What do you think corporations want to do? Cut costs.
All about them profits.
All about the Benjamins, baby. It doesn't make sense. And ultimately, look, folks, this is not the Republican Party that's coming out and saying this. This is a government. It's a government agency doing an analysis. It's called here it is, the Nonpartisan Congressional Budget Office. They're the ones that lay out what the budgetary requirements would be for any piece of legislature. The jobs would be lost cumulatively over 4 years because of the proposal would be to gradually raise the minimum wage from $7.25 to more than twice that amount by 2025. 17 million workers who I already read about that. The CBO found that in addition to those who would lose employment, another 900,000 100,000 would be brought up above the poverty line. Okay, so you're gonna put 1.4 million people out of a job, and you're only gonna bring 900,000 up above the poverty line, which leaves you with a net loss of 500,000 people. Is that an acceptable loss? We're going to create new legislature that cost everybody money, and we're going to lose 500,000 people basically.
They're trying to push everybody toward this universal income is what I feel. I mean, what are you going to do?
Yeah, but
with
that's
everybody?
never going to happen, though. I mean, that's never going to happen. That's utopia society. That's what was his name? Andrew Yang, was that his name?
Yeah.
I mean, that's a isn't
He's
he running for
the
mayor
of New York?
How do you think that's? We need to talk to Grant about that next time we talk to him, because I don't know how that's going to go. But honestly, Yang was a likable guy until he started with that nonsense.
Well, that was his whole.
I know, but it's like they don't understand. Like, okay, and we're running out of time. But Andrew Yang has to be smarter than that.
If he gets
he owns a calculator.
If he gets mayor in New York, he will put everybody on $1,000 a month.
Yeah, it won't matter. It won't work. The math doesn't work, folks. The only thing that doesn't lie is math, statistics, numbers, calculators. Data is empirical, okay? It's not relative. You can't change it. It is what it is. We love you so much. We thank you for joining us this morning on Boomer and the Beard. We'll see you guys bright and early tomorrow morning. Dale Jackson's next. Have a great day.